So there's nothing wrong with enjoying a bit of Bob Ross here and there. I personally love relaxing on the sofa, popping on some sweet ASMR painting goodness, and producing an erection the size of the Burj Khalifa.
I'm gonna beat the devil out of it.
But I feel like some people are taking it too far. Recently I came across a man that loves Bob Ross so much that he actually believes that he is Bob Ross. He cooks like Bob Ross. He dances like Bob Ross. He shits like Bob Ross.
I've had a happy little accident.
Funnily enough, he actually looks a bit like me. Wait, is that me? No! 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 And just pop this on nicely. Ah, yes, yes. Oh no, I broke his neck. He's doing just fine. So welcome back to the joy of painting, everyone. I'm flashing up all of the colors that we're going to be using today. And in terms of brushes, well, today we're going to go for the 50mm. The size I wish my penis was. And the size of our canvas today is, 1,600 pixels by 1,200 pixels. So in reality, the only reason we're using a paintbrush is to do this. This gets more action than my wife. Now, as I'm aware, we're all beginners today, so we're gonna start off with something simple. Sunset aglow. Looks simple. Now we're gonna start off this painting like I start off my day. High. Up in the clouds even. So you're gonna wanna get a hold of some nice white. Some nice titanium white. Wait, why is that not coming out? I realize it probably doesn't help that the background is white. We're actually gonna start this painting like I wish I started all my days. Underground. I wish I was dead. You're gonna need a nice little fungal green in the corner here. Did I just jizz in my pants? Because I think we've made a lonely island. Oh yeah, that's the one. Luckily with these modern paintbrushes, you can also do a bit of erasing. There we go. Good start, that's a good start. We're gonna do a slightly different sized island here. It does look a bit like an alligator, but just like any other thing in life, it will get better. I hope. I hope it does. Now onto the water. For the water, you're gonna want an aqua blue. And if you're wondering why I'm going for an aqua blue, it's because it's fucking water! Now this part right here is actually quite simple. You're just gonna go ahead and draw a nice blue line, and then you wanna pick up your paint bucket and just fucking fill it. Wow, this really is going really badly. At least this is going better than my degree. It looks like Hulk wearing blue pants. Now we're gonna go ahead and trace some mountains. We're gonna get a nice little dark gray for this. We're also gonna have some trees here, so don't think about that too much. Right now, we're just gonna put some mountains. Looks realistic. Looks realistic. There we go, some nice mountains. There we go, another nice little mountain there. Aren't mountains just great? Nature's pointy little tits. Is it bad that I'm actually proud of this? And there we go, one final little one here. This one's the little runt of the litter. It wishes it was dead. And it wouldn't be a mountain without another mountain. I really should have done the smaller mountain after, but I'm a fucking idiot. This really does look the dopest. Now I really have been dreading this next part, but we're gonna do the sky. Yes, the fucking sky! The fucking sky! I really wish Sky would produce a show with me. Me being James Marriott, by the way, I'm really poor and I want my career to move forward. I mean, look at me. Look at me. How the hell am I gonna do these clouds? It's impossible! Now this next step really is quite easy. You're gonna wanna fill the sky with loads of different cloudy colors. Collier than my pubes. Maybe a bit of darkened blue skies up here. Ah yes, this looks the part. Look at this sunset. Looks like an egg yolk. It looks like I've just caused a natural disaster. That natural disaster being my awful fucking artwork. Maybe a bit more red in there. Red? Bit more sky in there. I really am quite clueless. For some reason, I'm making the sky green. Maybe a nice little dick in there. What the heck? Now, before we do our next step, we're gonna do a really important artistic technique. It's called a layer. We're gonna layer our Photoshop file. There we go. Now I understand there's no real way to do this on an actual canvas, which is why if you're painting on an actual canvas, you're a fucking loser. But you're gonna have to go into the blur tool and just click that a few times. Okay, nothing's changing. One more time for luck. A happy little accident. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Oh wow, the effects are marvelous. Trolls haven't been taking very good care of the mountains, so I'm gonna clean them up a little bit. Now over this next part, we're going to be going over and doing some minute little details. And we're going to be starting with trees. Like this little guy right here. Let's plant a few of these bad boys. Drawing little trees always reminds me of my cat Crimson. Used to always love smelling trees for some reason. Weird little fucker. Now people often say that leaves are quite difficult to reproduce in real life. Well, they become a lot easier when your wife leaves you. It really is just a matter of drawing like you've never drawn before. I look like I'm putting wasabi on a toad right now. Can you tell I'm drawing at an angle? Now I know what you might be thinking. This looks pretty dreadful. But again, I'm going to ask you to whip out your blur tool and give that little Roger a nice few clicks. Blur tool. I'm not cheating. Trees. That'll do. Wow. Oh, it's so easy. More trees. Now we need a bush. Ah, yes. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually really coming together. Now this water looks more boring than sobriety. Let's change that. Actually, that's an idea. Let's fix this up nicely. You really just want to give it a few more shades. Not shades of grey, shades of blue. Because if you paint, you're probably a virgin. Ah, yes. Perfect. Now the snow is quite a difficult technique. My little tip would be, just whip out your Apparently I can't do that, because this video is sponsored by Skillshare. But we'll get into more detail about that later. A little bit of snow on top. Just a little bit of snow. Just a nice little bit of snow here. Trickling down nicely. Reminds me of when I used to piss myself in school. There we go. Would you look at that? The mountains have got their little hats on. Whilst we're using the white, we may as well chuck in a few little clouds just to really bring the final stages of this painting together. That actually looks incredible. I love it. And on the other side, maybe go a bit lower this time. Give that tree a nice little massage. Take it, you dirty fuck. Voila! Now any long-term viewers out there will know that this painting isn't quite done. And that's because we need to whip out our little Bible. How to draw Fortnite. Make sure you get the unofficial one. So we're just gonna grab our canvas and zoom in and finish this off by drawing a nice little Fortnite character. Let's go for the high-rise assault trooper, because there's nothing more that I like than assault. He's got nice little shoes. Let's get onto those thick legs. Ah, look at that crotch. Just wanna fucking suck it. Nice little belt there, zipper, little clutch bag for some condoms. It's my biggest advice to anyone else who wants to spend all their life outdoors. You'd think that squirrels would do the job, but I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead and just go there. Nice, big, manly, muscly arms. I appear to be taking this part more seriously than the entire painting. Oh yeah, some nice pecs. Seems to be wearing these little scarves. And the face is actually the easiest part. Fuck. Wow. And there we go. They look identical. Well then, here's a little proof that I actually have been painting alongside with you. Marvelous. Fuck. Thank God I can take off this wig. So yes, this video was actually sponsored. If you want to become a master of illustration like me, or join classes in design, business, technology, photo, writing, and so much more, then I would wholeheartedly recommend Skillshare. One of the classes that I've recently been using is learning Photoshop. You may have seen me doing a layer on Photoshop earlier in this video. Whilst learning how to use layers and the fundamentals of Photoshop is on the basic level, there are over 2,600 classes in Photoshop alone. For any budding writers out there, there's classes on how to write short stories. There's even a class in how to grow your own YouTube channel. But if you take it, please just don't overtake me. You can join a community of over 7 million people by using the link in the description. And as it's a new year, let me throw in a cheeky bonus. The first 500 of you to do so will receive a 2-month free trial. And after that trial, an annual subscription starts at only $10 a month. So if you want to join groups with like-minded learners, give and receive feedback on projects, or even speak with others with the same interests as you, I really would recommend Skillshare. The link is in the description. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit different, but I just fancied trying something new. I promise I'll be back to bullying kids next week. But if you have enjoyed this one, please do leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new or have not done so already, and I will catch you next time.